to the 5-minute mark.
Very interested to see what the Joker's boat is going to be able to do. They were incrementally making adjustments, picking up a little speed. Hopefully they can get a good show here.
5 minutes, and the boats are heading out of the pits.
Yes, they are.
Right over to Tire Factory, turn number 2.
First boat coming out. Well, it's a dead heat coming out. J. Michael Kelly in the U9. Lynx Healthcare presents Miss Tri-Cities. Then it's Dave Villwalk in the U40. The Beacon Plumbing. Kelly, silver with white and orange trim. Villwalk in the Beacon Plumbing, predominantly orange, trimmed in black. He's the second boat away. Then it is the Joker's Casino, the U11 with Jamie Nielsen. The lid is down on Jeff Bernard on the black and gold. Goodman Real Estate, 4 boats in Heat 1. It's the 2022 race. You got a great shot over there, Mr. Maselli. Boat's right in front of you.
Oh, that I do as they come out, and you can just see, again, as soon as you start to hear those turbines kick on, everybody stops what they're doing. They look out onto the water, and now we've got a good group of boats going in a row, and now it looks like the last one finally now pulling away from the pits over by you guys.
Any clarification on the points, how this is all going to break down, since we've gone through a couple of different formulas as to how we're going to do the racing? How are the points going to break down? Anybody got a beat on that?
I do not have an official beat on that, but I'll bet tonight's dinner we're doing this just as normal, because in this format every boat is going to run 4 times. That's the way they do it in the Gold Cup format, and originally had we had more boats we were going to run a basic Gold Cup format. Everybody would run twice. I'm sure this is full points.
Jamie Nielsen has cut across the Esco Electric DMC to the front stretch, following J. Michael Kelly across the Mosteller start-finish line. And then you have Dave Villwalk on the outside in the bright orange, black, yellow trim, Beacon Plumbing.
Earlier today, had a couple of boats doing some testing. It looked like they were trying to score up on a buoy to see if they could hit that start-finish line. It'll be interesting to see this first heat if somebody's got the proper formula to hit that start-finish line at full speed and make it a clean start.
Just a reminder, all swimmers and waders, we need you out of the water, up on the shoreline. All spectators out of the river and up on the shoreline. Clock now just inside 3 minutes to the start of Heat 1. And Jamie Nielsen cut across the infield to the backstretch through the Esco Electric infield.
Keep an eye on those 2 boats going up the backstretch. Keep an eye on JMK and Dave Villwalk. Mike is staying tight to the buoy row. He is on the inside, 2:35 till the starts. I don't think either of those boats, in fact, any of the 3 of them up there, I don't think anybody's going to cut the race course. Nobody wants to be at start-finish with 2 minutes. Now here goes Jeff. He's going to cut the course across the bottom end, and we'll see what he does. Watch him. He could conceivably cut the top end of the race course. We'll see what he does coming up on 2:10 right now.
So Jamie Nielsen close to the buoy line at the exit pin of our White's Finished Furniture turn number 4.
Can he get around in another 2 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right at that 80-mile-an-hour mark.
So he's trying to keep lane 1.
But J. Michael Kelly's behind him, also in that same lane. So something will have to give here. Dave Villwalk is on the outside, but it looks like he might edge in a little bit. I wonder where he's going to end up. And just off the exit pin now of White's Finished Furniture, Hardwood's turn 4, is Bernard in the Goodman Real Estate, 91.
And Dave is doing some S-turns, coming down the front straightaway to scruff off a little bit of time. Jamie is down here at 1:26, my mark. You don't want to be here before 1:30, so it's going to be a little tight for Jamie. He cannot go below 80 miles an hour. So here comes Kelly. He is behind in the corner, still sitting in lane 1, but Nielsen
Goodman boat with Bernard across the Esco Electric DMZ.
Oh, he's early, 1:07.
That's a big move. Remember, we saw some of those 80-mile-an-hour penalties happen at Guntersville, Brad.
We sure did, and that's a gutsy move. There is still 50-plus seconds before the start, and Jeff's already up at the top end. I was thinking perhaps Jamie Nielsen was a little on the early side, but Jeff...
Well, I went to college right out of high school, and I failed miserably. I decided to go back to school.
Way out in front of him, 43 seconds.
Well, and remember, guys, in the E350s yesterday, we had some issues with timing as well, and a lot of the crews that were involved in the races we saw with them yesterday.
Doesn't look like he's going 80 miles an hour to me.
It's a tough one, isn't it? He's just inside 30 seconds.
See if he goes way wide.
He's going extremely wide now at the top end in lane number 3. Maybe he's cut it back to the inside. We're at 20 seconds.
Watch Vilwalk and Kelly.
This is going to be close.
Yeah, so in lane number 1, you've got Bernard in the 91. Lane number 2,
10 seconds.
Lane number 3 is going to be J. Michael Kelly. Lane number 4 will be Dave Vilwalk.
He's early.
He's early.
He's early.
He jumped the gun by 3 seconds. 2-1 mark, and it looks like a clean start. And it's J. Michael Kelly leading as they come down the front stretch. He's in lane number 3.
Bernard's going to get down here first, but you guys called him across the line. That is J. Michael Kelly. He's got almost the full rooster tail on Vilwalk, and then it's back to Nielsen in fourth.
Here now as they round Tire Factory turn number 2. As you mentioned there, Vilwalk again leading right now, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as we've got now coming up on the outside, that orange and black of the Miss Beacon Plumbing trying to close some ground.
Yeah, Dave Vilwalk is trying to run down J. Michael Kelly, but on the backstretch, J. Michael Kelly's got the boat speed. Your race leader out on the course is Bernard in the Goodman Real Estate 91, the black and gold boat, but he was early across the start-finish line. The review is underway upstairs officially.
Official jump.
News.
He jumped it. That's official from the H1.
So the 91, and we counted him as good 3 seconds early at the start-finish line, just out of shape after cutting through the Esco Electric infield. He will cross start-finish line first at the end of lap number 1. J. Michael Kelly in second place. The Miss Tri-Cities.
148.46 for the first lap.
The third place boat is Dave Vilwalk, but he's second because of the penalty for going early for the Goodman Real Estate 91. Jamie Nielsen has not been able to find good boat speed, and he is the trailing boat heading down into All Doors Incorporated turn number 1.
Yeah, now here at Tire Factory turn number 2, same situation. We do seem to see that orange and black boat closing a little bit of ground now. We mentioned Bernard with that early start. Not so much incentive perhaps to keep going, but to be determined now as they work along the Griggs backstretch towards Sun Pacific Energy turn 3.
J. Michael Kelly is going to go ahead and pass Bernard in lane number 2 and head around the top end of the course, showing Sun Pacific Energy turn number 3 into White's Finished Furniture turn number 4. And our Buffalo Brothers friends in turn 4. Pretty good racing action. J. Michael Kelly is going to claim the lead away from Bernard as they come across the start-finish line, and the white flag is out. One more lap to go, and it does not look like Dave Vilwalk will have enough boat speed or enough real estate to challenge. J. Michael Kelly getting a little bit out of shape coming down the front stretch into All Doors turn number 1.
Yeah, he's getting down here. He's to the entrance pit right now. He's got almost 2 rooster tails on Dave Vilwalk. Dave Vilwalk is running third on the water. He is in second place, guys.
Yeah, again, at this point, it does seem like it's J. Michael Kelly's to lose, but stranger things have happened. He's got about a rooster tail, maybe a rooster tail and a half lead.
A little bit of rough water for the Goodman Real Estate 91 and Jeff Bernard heading through a sloppy turn number 2. Back up the back stretch, it is a 2 rooster tail lead for your race leader. That's J. Michael Kelly. Lynx Healthcare presents Miss Tri-Cities. Into Sun Pacific Energy, Shell Sun Market turn number 3 to the exit pin of White's Finished Furniture turn number 4 and onto the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. Dave Vilwalk is going to pass up Bernard in turn number 4, but swings way out wide. Bernard may be able to hold him off on the front stretch. Across the start-finish line, checkered flag is out. J. Michael Kelly gets heat number 1 victory. Second place will go to Dave Vilwalk in the Miss Beacon Plumbing. Third place will be Jamie Nielsen. And again, the Goodman Real Estate boat in the 91, a little bit early across the start for Jeff Bernard.
A good boat ride.
Unfortunate series of events for Bernard, cutting across the...
It was a bold move.
The DMZ, the Esco Electric DMZ.
Earlier on, very early on in to this heat too. It was really interesting to watch that action even from the beginning, guys, where of course we know J. Michael Kelly won that first heat, has the 400 points, but he was really challenging Jimmy Shane there coming into turn 2 before Vilwalk went airborne coming out of that exit pin turn 1, and so it'll be interesting to see where they pick up now.
What was interesting to watch on the video, Derek, is that it seemed like Billwalk started to lose it a little bit just on the front stretch before he really started to enter even turn number 1. That's where the boat started to take off. And it was one complete flip. Once again, swimmers, we need you out on the water, up on the shoreline. Everybody out of the Columbia River, Pasco side, Kennewick side, everybody up on shore, please.
You guys were talking about how this might change the dynamic of this particular heat. First thing we noticed, J. Michael Kelly came out of the pit area the exact same way he did last time. Came out like a house of fire, and he ran pretty quick up the first part of the back chute, has pulled his foot a little bit. See if he doesn't slow down way up at the other end. But the other piece coming into play here is, remember, yesterday we were discussing the number change. And there goes Kelly backing it down again. Remember yesterday we discussed the number change from J. Michael Kelly's boat number 8. They've changed it to number 9. So his points get added on to the hull that Corey Peabody was driving. Why did they do that? Because there's only a couple hundred points difference between the 9 and the 1, Jimmy Shane's home street. So there's some big time national high points at play here.
And of course, Jamie Nielsen wants to finish the heat and get points of his own, but you know, they've come a long way with that motor mount issue. They had to thrash on that boat Friday to get it ready. And now they're out on the race course and fighting for lanes. We're at 3 minutes and 15 seconds to the rerun of Heat 2 for the Unlimited Hydroplanes, the Hapo Columbia Cup here in Hydro Cities, Tri-Cities. Glad you're along for the ride in Columbia Park on the Kennewick shoreline, over at Wade Park on the Pasco shoreline. What a great sight to see this Saturday afternoon.
That it is, as they make now the home street boat with Jimmy Shane rounding Tire Factory turn number 2. Man, that thing can just fly, and they all look so seamless out there. Again, J. Michael Kelly and Miss Tri-Cities hugging that inside lane, and we do have Miss Joker's Casino looking for their redemption run. After they finished 3rd, they were disqualified for falling under 80 in that first heat, so they've got a lot to fight for here as well.
Coming up the backstretch, Jimmy Shane. He's on the outside, and I think that's where he's going to stay. He set up in lane number 3 last time when they were out there with Billwalk outside. See if Jimmy jumps to the inside, and it looks like maybe he's jumping across the DMZ. Esco Electric infield to the front stretch. Clock at 2:17.
He's early. He's early. He better have his foot in it. And
well,
he does. He does. Wow. He's going to come all the way down. Now he may make a hard left-hand turn. Right,
I think he's going to.
There
He is.
goes.
He's going to take the turn for the Grand Prix boats over to the backside. So another Esco Electric infield incursion. Jimmy Shane heads to the backstretch. Meanwhile, on the front stretch, with 1:50, you've got J. Michael Kelly in the 9.
Tell me when he crosses start finish.
And that would be now. And
Okay.
he's not going really fast either. And Brad, they have telemetry readings for the 80-mile-an-hour situation, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's all being monitored.
So here comes Mike down to the lower end at $125 right now. I think he's in pretty good shape. He'll have to stay at 80 miles an hour for a bit. He gets right to the entrance pin now at 117. Then it's going to be Jamie Nielsen in the Joker's Casino. He's going to slot himself into lane number 2. Jimmy Shane's going to wind this blue and white boat up hard on the outside. Derek, he's starting to put the foot down a little bit, but we're coming up on 1 minute to the start of Heat 2.
J. Michael Kelly just coming off the exit pin of turn number 2, Tire Factory turn number 2 in lane number 1. Then you've got Jamie Nielsen in lane 2 on the outside. The home street with Jimmy Shane in lane number 3 as they
45
come up the backstretch.
seconds. 45 seconds.
And they are directly across from the start-finish line here at the Brutzmann's Memorial Barge. It's the parade lap. Do they have any indication in the cockpit on that 80-mile-an-hour situation too, Brad?
Yes, they do.
All right, so they're well aware of that when it does occur. Back up to the top end of the course into Sun Pacific Energy Shell Sun Market turn number 3. J. Michael Kelly to the apex.
15 seconds, Mark, 15.
That's the 9. Links Healthcare presents Miss Tri-Cities lane number 2, Miss Joker's Casino with Jamie Nielsen lane 3, Miss Madison
5,
Home Street
4,
1 with Jimmy Shane
3, 2, 1.
mark. It is a perfectly clean start from our vantage point. On the outside, that's where you find the boat speed. But look at Jamie Nielsen. He's in the tunnel. He's going to try to take second place away from J. Michael Kelly.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to do it when they get down there. They get down there absolutely dead even. And I'll tell you what, Jimmy Shane's way on the outside, Derek.
Don't know what happened to Derek in Tire Factory turn number 2. They will take over from here as they get to the exit pin. Jamie Nielsen really backed out of the throttle. Looks like he may have lost some power heading into Tire Factory turn number 2. So on the backstretch, you've got Shane in the lead on the outside. J. Michael Kelly, he's about 3 boat lengths back as they come up that backstretch, the Griggs Ace Hardware backstretch, and dive into Sun Market turn number 3. Both boats into the turn to the apex with rattlesnake down. A little bit hazy this afternoon in the backdrop. They get to the exit pin of White's Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 4. They are deck to deck. Jimmy Shane is going to squirt forward and take the lead away as they come to the start-finish line and across at 159.061 miles per hour. It's Jimmy Shane with the lead in the home street, heading into All Doors Incorporated, turn number 1.
Home street, Jimmy Shane rocks the Swansons to the entrance pin of the corner, but Kelly staying right with him on the inside, Derek.
So it's on the inside, J. Michael Kelly with the short course around, and he was able to reel in Jimmy Shane just a little bit, but Shane starts to pull away on the backstretch. This is where you really watch on the Griggs backstretch to see which boat has the power, and right now it's Jimmy Shane in the home street, and he is starting to pull away, almost a full rooster tail lead. Now, J. Michael Kelly has the opportunity to cut in that lead as they head into Shell Sun Market turn number 3. To the apex. J. Mike with a really nice turn on the inside, hugging the buoy line, but Jimmy Shane with boat speed on the outside, and he's going to be impossible to catch in that one home street as they come across the Mosteller start-finish line. It's a half a rooster tail lead for Jimmy Shane coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, it is Jimmy Shane, and he is showing some incredible speed, and he's also letting J. Michael Kelly know, yeah, I let you get on the inside of me, and you still can't run with me. Home street back, Jimmy Shane.
Easily a rooster tail length lead now. Sorry guys about that delay. We're back in action here at turn number 2. Generator ran out of fuel, but we're good. So it is that home street boat again, a rooster tail length lead over Miss Tri-Cities and J. Michael Kelly now as they enter the Griggs backstretch.
Yeah, and the white flag out on the course for Jimmy Shane in Heat 2 in the Miss Madison.
Jimmy Shane's first lap of 159 miles an hour. I believe that's going to be another course record in a heat qualifier, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the cream of the field right now for Jimmy Shane. Just an incredible boat ride. He's bringing it home, Mike.
And off the exit pin of White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 4. Jimmy Shane onto the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. Home street gets the victory with Jimmy Shane in the Miss Madison. Second place, J. Michael Kelly in the Lynx Healthcare presents Miss Tri-Cities the 9. Jamie Nielsen just getting into turn number 3, the Shell Sun Market turn to the apex, and now to turn number 4. Hello to our Buffalo Brothers friends upstreams. Hope you're having a good time enjoying boat racing on the Columbia River. Jimmy Shane on the outside, and he's been willing all weekend long to this point to settle for an outside lane, and Brad Luce, he showed us why. He doesn't have any problem winning from the outside.
No, he doesn't, and it sends a pretty strong message that I think you may have some work to do. Mike, if you can hold on to that right there, I got to run upstairs for a moment.
You got
Sorry,
it.
had to do that. Not you, Mike, another Mike. But you're right. I mean, to be able to do that from the outside, and if he turned that at $1.59, I just found my paperwork. I'm going to look up those numbers. It may very well be, but even if it isn't, that's what you call smoking. That